Alexander III of Macedon, known as Alexander the Great, is one of history's most renowned military leaders. Born in 356 BCE, he inherited a kingdom in northern Greece and transformed it into one of the largest empires the world had ever seen. By the time of his death at the age of 32, he had conquered lands from Greece to Egypt, Persia, and even into India. His military genius, leadership, and ambition have left an indelible mark on history, making him one of the most studied and admired figures in ancient history. Alexander was born in Pella, the capital of Macedon, to King Philip II and Queen Olympias. His mother was a strong-willed woman who instilled in Alexander a sense of destiny and divine purpose. Philip, a brilliant strategist himself, ensured that his son received an excellent education. At a young age, Alexander displayed remarkable intelligence and courage, which set him apart from other children of the Macedonian nobility. Philip hired the great philosopher Aristotle as Alexander's tutor. For several years, Aristotle taught Alexander subjects such as philosophy, science, medicine, and literature. The young prince developed a deep appreciation for Greek culture and mythology, which later influenced his dream of spreading Hellenistic ideals throughout the world. Alexander's rise to power was swift and dramatic. In 336 BCE, his father Philip II was assassinated at a royal gathering. Some historians speculate that Olympias may have played a role in the assassination to secure her son's position as king. At just 20 years old, Alexander ascended to the Macedonian throne. As soon as he became king, Alexander faced internal rebellions and external threats. Many Greek city-states saw Philip's death as an opportunity to break free from Macedonian rule. However, Alexander acted quickly, suppressing uprisings in Thebes, Athens, and Sparta. He demonstrated his military prowess by destroying Thebes almost entirely, sending a clear message to others that rebellion would not be tolerated. With Greece firmly under his control, Alexander set his sights on Persia, the dominant empire of the time, ruled by King Darius III. His invasion of Persia began in 334 BCE when he crossed the Hellespont with 35,000 troops. His first major victory came at the Battle of the Granicus, where his superior tactics and fearless leadership overwhelmed the Persian forces. In 333 BCE, Alexander faced Darius III at the Battle of Issus. Although vastly outnumbered, Alexander's forces crushed the Persian army. Darius fled the battlefield, abandoning his family and leaving his empire vulnerable. Instead of mistreating Darius's wife and children, Alexander treated them with respect, earning admiration from both his men and his enemies. Alexander then turned toward Egypt, which was under Persian control. He was welcomed as a liberator and crowned pharaoh in Memphis in 332 BCE. While in Egypt, he founded the city of Alexandria, which later became a center of learning and culture. The city's great library and lighthouse of Alexandria became legendary symbols of knowledge and innovation. During his time in Egypt, Alexander also visited the Oracle of Amun at Siwa Oasis. The priests there declared him the son of Zeus Amun, reinforcing his belief in his divine destiny. Determined to bring down the Persian Empire entirely, Alexander resumed his campaign. In 331 BCE, he faced Darius III at the Battle of Gaugamela, one of the most decisive battles in history. Once again, Alexander's superior tactics led to a resounding victory. Darius fled but was later murdered by his own men. After defeating Persia, Alexander entered Babylon, Susa, and Persepolis, where he seized the vast riches of the Persian Empire. In a moment of symbolic victory, he burned the great palace of Xerxes in Persepolis, allegedly in revenge for the Persian invasion of Greece over a century earlier. With Persia under his control, Alexander sought new challenges. In 327 BCE, he led his army into India, where he encountered the formidable King Porus at the Battle of the Hydaspes, 326 BCE. Porus's army, which included mighty war elephants, put up fierce resistance. However, Alexander's superior strategy led to another victory. Impressed by Porus's bravery, Alexander allowed him to continue ruling under his command. Alexander then planned to push further into India, but his exhausted troops refused to go any further. Having been away from home for nearly a decade, they longed to return. Reluctantly, Alexander agreed and began the long journey back. During his return journey, Alexander faced severe hardships. His army suffered heavy losses, crossing the Gedrosian desert, where extreme heat and lack of supplies took a deadly toll. Despite these challenges, Alexander reached Babylon in 323 BCE, where he began planning further conquests, including an invasion of Arabia. However, fate had other plans. In June 323 BCE, Alexander fell ill after a banquet and died at the age of 32. The exact cause of his death remains a mystery, with theories ranging from poisoning to malaria or typhoid fever. Alexander's empire was the largest the world had seen at the time. Though he died young, his influence was immense. His Hellenistic Empire led to the blending of Greek, Persian, Egyptian, and Indian cultures, creating a new era known as the Hellenistic Age. Cities he founded, such as Alexandria in Egypt, became centers of knowledge and culture for centuries. His military strategies are still studied in military academies today, and he remains a symbol of ambition and leadership. Though his empire fragmented after his death, his legend endured, inspiring countless leaders and conquerors throughout history. Alexander the Great's life was one of unparalleled ambition, vision, and conquest. From a young Macedonian prince to the ruler of a vast empire, he achieved what few had ever dreamed possible. Though his empire did not last beyond his death, his cultural and historical impact remains eternal, ensuring that his name will forever be remembered in the annals of history.